Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we're going to solve exercise 5.2 from linear equations and inequalities. Reduce the following radical equations into simple linear equations and you need to find their solution. So now let's attempt question number 1. Here we have a radical 2x is equal to 4. So how are we going to solve this expression? Radical 2x is equal to 4. So in order to remove the sign of radical or square root, we need to multiply the square on both sides. We need to take the squaring on both sides. So we're going to write radical 2x whole square, and that will be equal to 4 square. So now the square gets cancelled with the square root. We only have 2x is equal to 16 left now because the square of 4 is 16. Now 2 will be divided on both sides and we are going to get the answer of 8. So that means that the value of x is equal to 8. And now if we want to check the solution, what can we do? We are going to go into the same equation. Let's call this equation number 1. And we are going to place back the value of x which we just found, which is 8. So 8 2s are 16. We'll take the square root of 16. That will be equal to 4. So this will be your answer. Now let's move on to question number 2. In question number 2, we have radical x minus 3 is equal to 2. So here we are going to follow the same steps. We are going to take the squaring on both sides. So let's write the equation. We have x minus 3 radical is equal to 2. So what are we going to do first? Firstly, we're going to take the square on both sides. After that, the square will get cancelled with the square root and x minus 3 is equal to 4. Now 4 will get to the right side because sign will get changed. So that means x is being added. 4 is being added with 3. So 4 and 3 make up 7. So this will be our final answer. Now let's move on to question number 3. Here we have square root or radical sign of x minus 5 and that is equal to 3. So this is the same as question number 2, but just the values have been changed. We can write x minus 5 is equal to 3. So now we're going to take the squaring on both sides. That means x minus 5 whole square will be equal to 3 square. So now square and square root get cancelled. X minus 5 is equal to 9. So minus 5 will go to the right side and x will be equal to 9 added with 5. So x is equal to 14. So this will be our final answer. Now let's move on to question number 4. Here we have radical or square root of 2x plus 1 and that is equal to 9. So how are we going to solve this expression? Let's write the expression first. We have 2x plus 1 that is equal to 9. Here we have the radical sign. So we're going to take the squaring of 2 on both sides. So we can write 2x plus 1 whole square. This is equal to 9 square. So the square of 9 is equal to 81. The square and the square root get cancelled. 2x plus 1 is equal to 81. The 1 gets moved to the right side. So we have 2x is equal to 80 because 81 subtracted from 1 is 80. So now we can divide 2 on both sides. So we can write 2x over 2 and 80 over 2. So first, how can we divide this? We can say 2 1s are 2 and 2 4s are 8. So the answer will be 40. The value of x is 40 and this is our final answer. Now let's move on to question number 5. Here we have the square root or the radical sign of 5x minus 4 is equal to 14. How can we solve this? Let's write the equation first. We have 5x minus 4 with the radical sign and that is equal to 14. So we're going to take the squaring of 2 again on both sides. So that results in 5x minus 4 whole square and that is equal to 14 square. So now the square and square get cancelled. We get 5x minus 4. But what is 14 square? So we can write 14 into 14. 4 4s are 16. Here we have 1. 4 1s are 4. Added with 1 is 5. So we're going to write x here. 4 ones are 4 again, and 1 ones are 1. So our answer will be 6, and 5 plus 4, that is 9. So 196 will be 14 squared. So we can write 196 here. Then 4 will be gone to the right, so we can write 5x is equal to 196 subtracted added with 4. So 196 added with 4 is equal to, it is 200. So we can write 5x is equal to 200. So now 5 will be divided on both sides of the equation. So we can write x is equal to divided by x is equal to 200 divided by 5. So 5 ones are 5 and 5 fours are 20. So our answer will again be 40. So this is our answer. Now let's move on to question number 6. Here we have square root or radical sign of 3x minus 5, and that is equal to negative 10. How are we going to tackle this question? So let's write it here. We have 3x minus 5 with a radical sign, and that is equal to negative 10. So firstly, we are going to take the square of 2 on both sides. So we can write 3x minus 5 whole square, and that will be equal to negative 10 whole square. So now the sign was negative at first, but when we multiply negative 10 with negative 10, the sign gets changed to positive, and 10 into 10 is 100. So we can write positive 100, and then the 2 will get cancelled with the root. So we can write 3x minus 5 is equal to 100. Now 5 will be gone to the right, so we can write 3x is equal to 100 added with 5, which we all know is 105. So 3x is equal to 105. And now what can we do? We are just going to write x is equal to 105 is divided by 3. So this will be our answer. X is equal to 105 divided by 3, and obviously you can simplify it much further by using the calculator and dividing them. Now let's move on. Here we have question number 7, which states y plus 4 with the radical sign minus 3 is equal to 2. So here we have y plus 4 on the radical sign, and in the negative 3 we do not have that. So we do not need to apply the sign of squared on negative 3. So how are we going to tackle this problem? It's pretty easy. If we just write here y plus 4 minus 3, and we take the radical on only y plus 4, and this is equal to 2. So what will happen now? Firstly, this 3 will be gone to the right. So we can just write the radical sign of y plus 4 is equal to 2 plus 3. So what is 2 plus 3? That is 5. So now we are going to proceed with our steps. We are going to take the square of 2 on both sides. So we can write y plus 4 with the radical whole squared is equal to 5 squared. So 5 squared is 25, and then the 2 is cancelled with the root, so we can write y plus 4. So now the 4 will be gone to the left, so y is equal to 25 minus 4, and that leaves us with 21. So 21 will be our final answer. Now let's move on to question number 8. Question number 8 is the same as question number 7, just the values have been swapped. So now we have 5 minus 2x minus 1 square root or radical sign, and that is equal to 0. So how can we tackle this problem? Let's write the expression first. What do we have here? We have 5 minus radical sign 2x minus 1, and that is equal to 0. So firstly, here we have 5. Is it negative or is it positive? Obviously it is positive, so that means that the 5 doesn't need to go anywhere. 5 will stay right here. But if you look at the radical sign, which is negative radical 2x minus 1, so we need to convert that into positive, so it will go to the right instead of 0. So we can write 5 is equal to radical sign of 2x minus 1. So now this is the same expression. You can also write radical sign 2x minus 1 is equal to 5. We are going to take the square on both sides. So that means 5 square is equal to radical 2x minus 1 whole squared. Now the squared will be get cancelled with the square root. So 5 5s are 25, and that is equal to 2x minus 1. So when this minus 1 goes here to the left side, it gets added. So we have 26 is equal to 2x. So now what will happen is that 2 will get divided on both sides. So that leaves us with x is equal to 26 by 2, or you can just simply say 2 ones are 2 and 2 threes are 6. So our final answer is 13. Now let's move on to question number 9. Here for question number 9, we have square root or radical sign of y plus 1 minus 12 is equal to negative 10. So these questions are exactly as the same as the previous ones. Okay, so just their order has been changed. So we can just write square root or radical sign of y plus 1, and that is being subtracted from negative 12, and that is equal to negative 10. How can we solve this expression? Firstly, negative 12, this will be gone to the right side, so it can be converted to a positive value. So we will just write radical sign of y plus 1 is equal to negative 10 added with 12. So minus plus is minus, but the sign is plus, so we will just write radical sign of y plus 1 is equal to 2. Now squared, we are going to taking the square on both sides. That leaves us with y plus 1 whole square, and that is equal to 2 square. So what will happen is that the 2 will get cancelled with the root. Y plus 1 will be equal to 4. 1 will be gone to the right side. So y is equal to 4 minus 1, or simply 3. So the value of y is equal to 3. Now let's move on. Here we have question number 10, which is 5t minus 2 radical is equal to 3t plus 4 radical. So how are we going to solve this? We're basically going to do the same steps that we did before. Let's write the expression, which is 5t minus 2 and then the radical sign, and that is equal to 3t plus 4 with the radical sign. Okay, so how can we proceed with this expression? Firstly, we're going to be taking the square on both sides. So we can write 5t minus 2 radical whole square, and we are going to do the same for 3t plus 4 radical. So we can write radical 3t plus 4, and then we can take whole square on both the sides. After doing that, the square would get cancelled with the root, and then we have 5t minus 2, that is equal to 3t plus 4. Okay, so now we are going to assign the variable with the variable and the numeral with the numeral. So the 2 goes to the right while 3t goes to the left. So we can write 5t minus 3t, that is equal to 4 plus 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6, and 5 minus 3t is 2t. So we can write 2t is equal to 6. So 2 will be divided on both sides. Here the value of t will be 3. So this is our final answer. Now let's move on. Let's go to question number 11. It is the same as the previous question. Radical is on both sides. So let's solve it. We have 9 minus 2x, and that is equal to 5x minus 12. So let's write here 9x minus 2x, and that is equal to 5x minus 12x. 9 minus 2x, and that is okay. So we do not have 9x minus 2x, that is 9 minus 2x, and 5x minus 12, and then let's place the radical sign here. Okay, so now the radical sign will be removed since we're going to be taking the square on both sides. So we can write radical 9 minus 2x whole square, and that is equal to radical 5x minus 12 whole square. So now the square gets cancelled with the square root. So we have 9 minus 2x, which is equal to 5x minus 12. So now this negative 2x will go to the right, but the negative 12 will go to the left. So we can write 9 plus 12, and that is equal to 5x plus 2x. So 5x plus 2x is equal to 7x, and 9 plus 12 we have, so that is 20. We can write 20 is equal to 7x. So 7 will get divided on both sides, and the value of x will be our answer. Now let's move on. Here in question number 12, we have 12 minus radical y plus 1, and that is equal to 14. So let's write our expression first. We have 12, and that is being subtracted from y plus 1. So 12 subtracted from radical y plus 1, and that is equal to 14. So let's write that here, 14. So how can we solve this? Firstly, the radical sign will be moved to the right, but the 14 will be moved to the left. So that means 12 minus 14 is equal to the radical y plus 1. So now 12 minus 14 is equal to negative 2, and negative 2 is equal to the radical of y plus 1. Okay, so since we have negative 2 here and we have radical y plus 1, we're going to be taking the square on both sides. So that gives us negative 2 whole square. Negative 2 whole square is equal to this radical of y plus 1 whole square. Okay, so since we have negative 2 square, so negative and negative become positive, and here we have 4, and the 2 will get cancelled with the root, so we have 4 is equal to y plus 1. Now this 1 will be gone to the left, so 4 minus 1 is equal to 3, so that is the value of y. Now let's move on to question number 14. Here we have a plus 6 divided by a plus 2, and then we have the radical sign upon it. This is equal to a plus 2 divided by a minus 1 with the radical sign upon it. So how can we solve this expression? First, let's write the expression here. We can simply write a plus 6 divided by a plus 2, and then we are going to take the radical sign above, and this is equal to a plus 2 divided by a minus 1, and then we are taking the radical sign above. So how can we solve this expression? Firstly, we are going to be taking the square on both sides, so that means a plus 6 divided by a plus 2 will be written like this, and then we are going to take the whole square, and that is equal to a plus 2 divided by a minus 1 with the radical sign with the whole square. After taking that, the 2 and the root get cancelled, so that leaves us with a plus 6, that is divided by a plus 2, and this is equal to a plus 2 divided by a minus 1. So now we're going to cross multiply. This means we have a plus 6, it will be multiplied with a minus 1, and here we have a plus 2, so that is going to be multiplied with a plus 2. So let's multiply. So we can write a bracket a plus 6, then minus 1 bracket a plus 6. This is equal to a bracket a plus 2, and then we will write plus 2 bracket a plus 2. Okay, now what can we do further? We will write a square added with 6a minus plus will be minus, so 6. This is equal to a square plus 2a plus 2a plus 4. So now here we have 6a subtracted from a, so a square will be added with 5a minus 6, and this is equal to a square plus 4a plus 4. So now we have two quadratic expressions here. A square and a square get cancelled with each other. So now we have 5a minus 6, this is equal to 4a plus 4. So now this minus 6 will be gone to the right while the 4a will be gone to the left. So what can we do here? We will write 5a minus 4a. This is equal to 4 added with 6. So 4 added with 6 is equal to 10, and 5a minus 4a is equal to a only. So that it means that the value of a is equal to 10, and this will be our final answer. Now let's move on to question number 15. We have z over z plus 3, and that is equal to z plus 2 over z plus 6, and then we have radical sign on both of the expressions. So how can we solve this expression? Let's write it here. We have z over z plus 3 radical sign, and that is equal to z plus 2 and z plus 6. Z plus 2 over z plus 6 by taking the radical sign on both of the expressions. Okay, so we're going to take the square on both sides, so we can write z over z plus 3 with the radical sign whole square, and that is equal to z plus 2 over z plus 6 with the radical sign whole square. Okay, after doing that, the 2 will get cancelled with the root, and that leaves us with z over z plus 3, and that is equal to z plus 2 over z plus 6. Okay, now what will happen is that this z will be multiplied with z plus 6, so z and z make up z square added with 6z. Now this will be equal to z plus 2 and z plus 3. So now they both will be multiplied. So we will just write them first. Let's write z plus 3 here and then z plus 2 right here. And then we are going to multiply them. So z square plus 6z is equal to z bracket z plus 3 plus 2 bracket z plus 3. Okay, now what will happen is that we have z square added with 6z. This will be equal to z square plus 3z and added with 2z plus 3. Okay, so now here 3z and 2z make up 5z. So z square plus 5z plus 3, and now we have z square plus 6z is equal to this. Now z square and z square get cancelled with each other, so that leaves us with 6z is equal to 5z plus 3. So now this 5z will go to the left, so 6z minus 5z will be equal to positive 3. 6z minus 5z results in only z is equal to 3. So this is our final answer. Now let's move on to the last question of the exercise, which is question number 16. It states the radical of 5x minus 4 is equal to the radical of 7x plus 2. So to solve this expression, we have 5x minus 4 with the radical sign, 5x minus 4 with the radical sign, and that is equal to 7x plus 2 with the radical sign. So how are we going to solve this expression? Firstly, we are going to take the square on both sides. So we can write 5x minus 4 with the radical sign whole squared, and that is equal to 7x plus 2 with the radical sign whole squared. So now 2 will be get cancelled with the square root. 5x minus 4 will be equal to 7x plus 2. So now the 4 will be gone to the right while the 7x will be gone to the left. So 5x minus 7x is equal to 2 plus 4. So that results in 6, and 5x minus 7x results in negative 2x. So now negative 2 will be divided on both sides. So that leaves us with x is equal to negative 3. So this will be our final answer.